Hi, everybody in the Twin Cities Ukulele Club and beyond. Today I'm going to be taking a look at what key you should sing a song in. I recently sent an email about what key is a song in, and we talked about if it's in music notation, you can look at the number of sharps and flats, and that will tell you. And if you're actually looking at something in the Nashville numbering system, you can use that to find out what works for you. So let's talk today about how to determine what works for you. And I just want to mention that our music expert and award winning barbershop quartet, Twin Cities Ukulele Club Jammer, Steve Hardy, said, well, that first email you sent was okay as far as it went, but it doesn't really help a person find what key works for them. And so that's what I am going to do in this video. I'm going to take a song, and the song that I'm going to take is one called Beautiful Brown Eyes. And this is out in our Dropbox songs in the 1A All Songs folder. And the version that I particularly like is by the Gibson Brothers. And so what I'm going to be doing is playing this in a number of different keys, starting from A, going all the way up through G. Now I'm going to skip a couple in there. And I'm actually going to use my old tool, the Nashville numbering system. So as I said, I'm actually going to start in the A, and this song has the 1 chord, the 4 chord, and the 5/7 chord. So as we do this, we'll look across on this chart. So the first one I would be doing will be A and D and E7. And you can see how my voice fits. Listen to whether I struggle on the bottom end or the top end. And if I can find something right in the middle that works, that's what we're going to use. If you're not quite sure why to use the national numbering system, go ahead and print the sheet. It's out in our learning stuff, and take a look, read through it, but use this. This is really a nice tool. There's nothing wrong with looking at this. Professional musicians have to know this. Let's say they're working in Nashville or Los Angeles or Muscle Shoals or wherever it happens to be. They are expected to know this. Hey guys, we're not a bunch of pros. So we might learn a couple, 3 keys in here, for example, C, maybe G. I find the keys that work well, I'm not going to tell you what works well for me. You can see. And we'll go from there. So here we go. The song is Beautiful Brown Eyes. And we're just going to do the chorus, and you're welcome to play along with me. Now, the first key that I'm going to do it in is going to be A, and then I'll just work my way through on up the alphabet, okay? So here we go, and in A, it's going to be A and D and E7, and I'll just say, guys, if I make a mistake, well, forgive me, please. We're going to see how we get through this and how it goes. Here we go in A. Now again, notice whether it's too low for me or too high. So here we go. I call this the hunt and seek method. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. I'll never love blue eyes again. So that was in A, so that's A and D and E7. I think that's probably a little bit low for me. That's my initial response. I'm going to skip B because it's a key we don't use very much, but then let's go up to C. Okay, so if we use the Nashville numbering system, we're going to see C, F, and G7 for the key of C. So here we go. So I'm going from A up to C. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. I'll never love blue eyes again. That one works pretty well for me in all honesty. Let's go up one from there, from C to D. So it's going in D, it's going to be D and A, or D, G, and A7 for 1, 4, and 5, 7. So we all set? Here we go. Beautiful Brown Eyes chorus in D. Now I have to find where I start, so we go da, there it is, da, da, beautiful, beautiful brown eyes, beautiful, beautiful brown eyes, beautiful, beautiful brown eyes, I'll never love blue eyes again. Well, that one works pretty well. Now, one thing you should try when you do this is go up a full octave or down a full octave and see how that works. Now, I'm going to try this in D, and I don't think it's going to work at all, but we'll try it. Beautiful, beautiful brown. I think we can stop right there. I think you get the point. It works fine in a normal D right above middle C, but if I try to go up an octave, whoa, it doesn't work at all. Now, from there, if we go D, we E, well, we don't play an E too terribly much because it's kind of a difficult chord. And we'll go from there to F. And more, I'm finding out that F has seemed to work for me, which would make sense. If I go from C to D and skip one and go to F, they're pretty close to each other. So, and of course, the chords here are going to be F and B flat and C7, 1, 4, and 5, 7. And of course, we all love that 5, 7, but heck, I'll give it a go here. So F, B flat, and C7. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, it took me a sec to get there, so let's try that again. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. I'll never love blue eyes again. Heck, that key worked pretty well for me. Little touch on the high side, but not too bad. Now, I know a lot of people like to sing in G, and people will ask me, well, what key is the song in? And the point is, what works for the person who called the song in a jam? So it's not what key it's in for everybody, because everybody likes a different key as a general rule. For me, G is not always a good one, but let's try it for Beautiful Brown Eyes. So I'll find the starting point here. And of course, it's going to be G, C, and D7 for the 1, 4, and 5, 7. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Now I'll go up an octave. You ready for this? Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Now I'll be more serious about it. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Beautiful, beautiful brown eyes. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm struggling. I'll never love blue eyes again. I was kind of goofing around there, but it really was fairly uncomfortable for me. So now wait a minute here. We've gone through A, which was a little bit of a stretch. We skipped to C, which was okay for me. D, which is okay for me. We skipped E and went to F, which worked, so that would make sense, those C, D, and F. And then I went to G, which, well, F was pushing it just a touch, but G was pushing it a little too much. So the key thing here is you first of all need to know how the song goes. And if you go to the Twin Cities Ukulele Club, all songs, and you pick something like this, at the bottom, there's links to recordings. And I mentioned I really like the Gibson brothers on this. So go ahead, go out there, pick a simple song, use one with probably just 3 chords, and then play with it. And go ahead and hunt and peck and try. Find a starting point, try it an octave lower, try it an octave higher. If you do enough of this, and yes, it's not terribly technical, but you know what? It will get you to the key that works best for you. So give it a go. Let me know how it works for you. Thanks, everybody.